I was thinking um, today when I kind of woke up, I was just thinking about how messed up it must be to be in the world today, especially if you are black. So I'm thinking right now, if I'm a black person in America, then I'm fucked because I get killed by the cops for no reason, just because I'm black. If I'm a black person in China, I'm fucked. They blame me for coronavirus even if I didn't have nothing, even if I had nothing to do with it. Like, I had nothing to do with it. Just because I'm black, I'm being chased out of my home. I'm being put out in China as it is right now during the pandemic. This is happening all under 3 months. If I'm a black person in Switzerland, maybe, you know, where did that Trevor, was it Trevor Scott or that other guy? I forgot his name. But he went to some country, and then he was arrested because this white kids couldn't let him be, because he was a celebrity from America. He got arrested because this white kids couldn't let him be, and the system that side just said he is black, we're gonna arrest him. You know what I mean? You go to Libya in Africa right now, it's not a good place to be as a black person, as an African person. It's not a good place to be. People are actually being like they are slaves right now. So during this pandemic is just adding more problems to what we already had. As an African or as a black person, the issues that we get. If I go to the bank and I ask for a loan, they charge me more interest rate than they would if I was white. If I go to the bank and ask for a loan, I'm more likely not to get it than if I was white. If I was white, I would have more chances of getting the loan. But if I do get the loan, I'm still fucked because they're gonna charge me more interest rate. That happens right here in South Africa as a black person. So I ask myself, even apartheid and racism in Africa and in certain African countries, and even here in South Africa, we still experience racism today. We still have people today who are on some, okay, fuck you, you are a kafir, which is equivalent to when a white person say you are a nigger. So I'm just asking myself, what do we have to do as black people in order for us to be free? Because you driving your own car that you worked hard to buy, and the cop stops you and they shoot you. I don't even know how many times they shoot that other gentleman. They shot him so many times, and the girlfriend was crying on how much they shot the guy, and he didn't deserve it. He didn't have a gun, he didn't have anything, but the cop shot him so many times, and the jury in America said the cop didn't do anything. They killed the guy and he didn't get justice. Now, today they kill another person. Right? In America. They murder somebody in broad daylight in front of everybody. And we've been seeing this, man. We saw a policeman in America arresting a 6-year-old child. That was a 6-year-old kid. It was painful for me to watch. I cried because I have a 6-year-old daughter right now in South Africa, and she means a lot to me. And I've seen a lot of other men who treat her the way a child should be treated. But that guy put, was it cuffs or a cable tie? Like a cable tie. He handcuffed that child and transported her to the car. And he was arresting a 6-year-old kid who had a problem. Like, she didn't sleep well, so she was acting like a kid. She was acting out like a kid would. Whoever called the police, whoever took that video, whoever let the police arrest that child in America, that's fucked up. For me, I'm thinking that is fucking messed up. You know what I mean? There's just so many issues that as black people we face every day. You know what I mean? The pain is just unbearable at this point. You know? Anywhere in the world, I feel a black person's pain. I don't care where they are in the world. I don't care if they are in England. I don't care if they are in China. I don't care if they are in Russia or wherever they may be. As a black person, just because you are black, you get treated the way you are treated. Even when you're not doing anything, you are literally a working person who's contributing towards the economy of the country in a positive way. You might as well as be a pastor. You know, Christianity is just another topic on its own, but you might as well just be somebody who's just like, I'm a good person. I'm not gonna hurt anybody. I wake up every day, I go to work, I come back, I do my duty, I pay my taxes, I bought my car the way the car's supposed to be bought. But you are still screwed. You are still screwed as a black person in South Africa. As a black person in the world, as a black person in China, as a black person in America. What is it that we have to do as black people to be free? Free of racism, free of hate from people that we didn't do anything, free of hate from people that we don't deserve to be hated by. Somebody sees me walking and they just want to hate me, mainly because I'm black. There's certain companies that pay white people more money than they pay black people. You know? But for the same job, for the same position. I could be a cashier, a barman, just like my colleague who's white, who's a cashier or a barman. But my colleague who's white will get more money than me. My colleague who's white will get more preference than me. He will be promoted quicker than I would, even if I'm better at my job than he is. Just think about that. I'm doing my part. But that's understandable, I guess. You know, if I were to start a company right now, I guess I would prioritize my own people. And I think, you know, we're not there yet as black people because we are previously disadvantaged. Some of us here in South Africa, we just came out of apartheid. Second generation, I guess, or maybe a third, I don't know. But from apartheid, you know, my parents were in the apartheid system, so I'm the second generation after apartheid. So that means that I have a burden now of what we call black tax. So that means I have to now take care of my parents before I can take care of myself, which is cool. I'm sure even white people do that as well. But it's the burden that I feel like I won't allow my child to go through. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have a kid. It's the burden that I feel like I won't allow my kid to go through. I feel like when my child becomes of age and she start working, she'll just mainly work towards bettering herself. And I feel like I want to work so hard that she has some sort of a trust fund or some sort of savings under her name that she's able to actually just, go to school and buy a car and maybe even help her with her first apartment. You know what I mean? But that's just how I am. That's just me at this point. I guess. But my point is, it's just painful. You know, I expect nobody to understand it, but it's just the pain of a black man in the world today. It's just the pain of a black man in the world today. No matter what you do, at some point you will be disadvantaged.